Are you sure you don't want to get out here? Because I can't just sit and wait for you all day. I do apologize.
Sir, you had 7 minutes because the ride.
That's 7 minutes to the destination.
Yes,
a destination that I cannot
the
get
person
to.
was like,
It would have been 7 minutes all day.
This gentleman, long story short, he picked up this lady in Pueblo and took her to Fort Carson. And he made acknowledgement earlier on in the ride that he cannot get on to Fort Carson because of a prior conviction when he was younger. He let her know that. He reaches a destination 7 minutes away, and she's adamant to stay in the car. Now watch this.
No matter how long we stayed there, it was going to be 7 minutes because the destination was 7 minutes away. So I could not just sit there for you. I apologize. I'm going to give you one more chance to get off at this next exit. And if you want to get out, you're more than welcome, but I have to go home. My wife, I found out my wife has cancer yesterday, and I have to get back for this appointment. Listen, I do not care about you. I do not care about your feelings. So either you can get out the car right now, or I'm headed back to my wife.
Yes, I'm in the car, and they're headed back to the destination where they picked me up.
I'm not going to that destination. I'm going home.
Which I told them the person was on their way because when I got into the car, they said, oh, they can't go to. They accepted the ride, but when they got to my house, they said, oh, they can't go where I want to go. So I said to go. So I said,
this
okay,
is your last chance. You want out?
Nice. I said, okay, I'll let someone pick me up.
And then you didn't get out the car.
This woman is entitled to think that she can stay in this man's vehicle. Once the ride is complete, the ride is over. Once it is over, you have to get out. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Entitlement doesn't care. He said it mentioned earlier. He doesn't care about her feelings. The minute a ride is technically stopped, you have to get out. It's a form of trespassing, if I remember right, in some cases.
Pick me up. So I texted the person. I said, okay,
this is going to be your last chance, seriously.
They're 10 minutes away. So the person said, okay, they're on their way. We got there a minute, 2 minutes. We waited. We was there for like not even 2 minutes.
This is going to be your last chance. You're still arguing about it. I was sitting there for 5 minutes. I got it all on camera. It's not up for debate. It's my car. The ride's over. It's my car. The ride is over. It's not up for debate. I got it all on film right here. You don't get to tell other people what to do with your property. That's not how this works. So are we headed to Pueblo or are you getting out? All right. That was the 4th chance I gave you.
What gets me about her is her inability to not listen to the man. The ride is over. Get out. She refuses to get out. It's his property.
Hello? Yes, sir. Well, I'm close to Fort Carson. He drove away, sir.
I gave her 5 chances to get out the car. Would you like to get out here?
He's trying to let me out on the roadside.
Wherever you want to get out, but I'm not on the clock. This is my car, my time. You can't just tell me where to go. So do you want to get out at this next exit? Because I'm done with you. Real talk.
Okay, here's some takeaways with this whole ordeal. This woman was at the closest spot he could get to without having to get clearance from the fort. She should have got out right then. This man has personal problems. When she refused to get out of the vehicle, he proceeded to start heading to Pueblo from Fort Carson. He has things to do. He's no longer on the Uber clock. He's on his own time. She is in his property. What part of that does she not understand? Entitlement does not give you the right. And a lot of women, they have this problem. They think they're entitled to do things that they're not sure about. I'm going to tell you a story about a time I had a passenger. Went from a hotel on South Broadway here in Wichita, Kansas. Took them to the bus station. She said, well, it's closed. Can I stay in your cab for a little bit? I said, miss, it's going to cost you some money if you do. She goes, how much? I said, it's 40 cents a minute. I think she ended up paying for 15 minutes. After that, she still asked me to stay. I said, miss, I have other people to get. So she had to leave. There are people, especially women with a moral compass. But when you create a situation where you think you're entitled to stay in that vehicle, you are creating situations that are not going to work out for you. And a lot of women need to understand that the minute you are done, especially in ride shares, it's time to get out. It's time to go. Quit acting like you're entitled. Nobody owes you anything.